Hello everyone, this is Anne from Odulcina Scrap. So let's start filling this lace collection book with laces. So obviously I won't put anything on that page. It's kind of coffee stained with vinyl doily, and it has the print on it, and it's the first page. I actually don't plan to glue anything on those between pages to mimic kind of like those old photo albums where you had thin paper to protect the pictures. So these will kind of protect the laces. So I'm starting with my favorite laces, which are CMS laces. And I thought, first, there's two rules for this album. This lace collection book is I want to keep some length that are interesting, and I want to avoid gluing them as much as possible. So I thought that for those, because they look great, they're all the same style, I'll try to keep that length, which is a good amount. And because it is landscape, I won't have any choice to either end stitch them through the pages, through the paper, or glue them just a tiny part, or otherwise the gravity will make them fall. If I would place them this way, I could just maybe use a label to hold them and the gravity will leave them like that. But I don't know. I tried both sides and I'm gonna go with landscape for this first page. So I'm gonna cut my length, and I'm thinking, so in the kit you have those antique labels. They are gorgeous, but they already have something written on. So it's perfect for a fake lace book or in a junk journal. But in this case, it's my personal collection, and I want to put a price and that it's a CMS lace, because these are CMS, Crafty Me Shop laces, but her own selection, which means because she bought the manufacturer inventory that closed in the 80s, or the machine has been sent to Europe. Anyway, she has a big inventory, and they're all really soft and really, they're just the best. I never found something similar to that on the market, and they're my favorite. So I want to identify them, so I don't want to go with a pre-written label. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use those two pages in my kit that are kind of goldy. If you look, you can see maybe better on this one. Yeah, you see here the little gold. So I want to use them, and I did one page that has 3 format, small, medium, large, but the most popular ones that I think I'm going to use more are the medium and the big sizes. So I did a whole page of those, so you can decide which one you want. I also have the biggest number and the medium size with some blanks there. And these are the ones I've used so far here. So what I was thinking is maybe add some labels like that on the page. And for that kind of journal, I find we want some labels that are not too big. So that's why in my kit, those are not that big. And even though I find they're still big a bit, but we need to be able to write down and be able to read too. So I need to go with. So I'm gonna use different sizes. This is a really big one. This is kind of a medium. And I'm gonna use maybe those two for the two others. All right, and I'm gonna just put some ink. You don't need to cut that much straight because those antique labels are not straight typically, and they're typically out of paper, made out of paper. So I've used just a photocopy paper, like a 20 pounds paper, but that could be on light cardstock or on a thicker paper. Maybe I can put this one just like that. I don't want to glue it on top. And I'm trying to have some sort of a order there. This lace is kind of curvy. So, and that's all I have. This is my leftover. So I have what? Maybe 16 inches. That's it. So I've not been able to use it in the last almost 2 years because I don't have enough and I don't want to run out of it. So now that I'm gonna keep a length here, I will be able to use the remaining in one of my journal. So anyway, this one is kind of curvy. It's stretched like that. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna make it stay straight a bit, but maybe I can put the label here somehow. Okay, and because it's precious laces, I'm gonna sew them through the page like in the old time. Yeah, so I think I can trim them for now. And I don't want to cut them straight, so I'm gonna follow the design here a little bit so I can use this part. And maybe here, right after the flower. Oops. This one, I'm not, yeah, it's the correct side. This one, that would be right here. And like that. Okay. Let's stitch. Okay, I have this old bobbin and it's kind of a off-white if we compare to white. So I'm going to take this one, and I never done that stitching on paper, but I think the paper is so thin that I can go through easily. Otherwise, I'm going to pre-punch holes for my needle to go in. Let's try. I'm gonna start with the side here. It's gonna be easier, so maybe I can just grab that lace like that to hide my knot. Okay, and then I'm gonna go through the paper. Oh yeah, it goes really, really well. And I'll come back and I'll try to go out again. It's really, really delicate operation. guess I'm gonna go this way. So if I zoom in to allow you to see something, let me bring it closer. This is what it looks like. It's great. I'm happy. I don't need more than that. I mean, this will hold it there, and I need to do the same on the other side, but that would be it. So I'm gonna do the knot here. Why not? Why not doing a knot? You need to be really careful, because if you tighten too much, then you might tear the paper, I guess. So I'm gonna be really delicate. And I'm gonna cut, and it's gonna look like that. I love it. It looks really like, already it looks like a real old thing. And I'm gonna go like that, doing the stitching. And I'll turn off the camera because I don't know, but my setup is not perfect, I guess. And I prefer working not with the camera for my movements. So let me come back with everything being stitched. I've been stitching those laces, and if we look at the back, it looks something like this. At this point, I'm not sure if I'm gonna cover this or not. I love it like that. So even my little labels, I've been stitching them because I just didn't want to put any glue. While I was stitching them, I thought maybe I should show you how I've been stitching them, because I find kind of a tip. So what I'm gonna do is I kept that one aside to show you how I'm gonna do it. But for those of you who don't need instructions, I'll just flip through and show you my other pages so far, because I'm not done with this book. It's still CMS vintage laces, and I just stitched at the top just a couple of knots there. Same for here, and you can see at the back it looks like this. And then I used another kind of label that I printed on coffee stain. Gorgeous. They're all CMS laces so far. I'm going through the CMS laces. And then I decided I could attach some of my favorite appliques. So I've put a tag, a label on it. Here, I'm not completely done with this page, and I've put a fake, I have no clue what is the price. That was part of my design team box. So and I tried to go through the Facebook group with all of our sales to dig through the pictures and find the prices, but that takes forever. So I'm putting a fake label so they can be used actually. And I'm not sure if I'm going to add something up there, but so far it's only this one. And I love that the coffee stain in the background has kind of a pattern, so it makes the page, yeah, because it's a collection book, right? So, and yeah, and we can see here there's only 3 spots to hold the whole applique. And that's enough, right? It doesn't move. And here I just used a paper clip, a rusted paper clip with, and again, I don't know the price, so I've used one of the smallest, and I just attached everything with pins, the bulb pin there, or the paper clip. And here I've used those kind of labels that I've printed on coffee stain. And what I've done is I stapled the laces to the paper, as you can see, you know. So the lace is stapled to the paper, and I just glued the paper to the page from the top. So they're all kind of removable. This one was moving when I was flipping the pages, so I used the paper clip just to kind of hold it, but it's the same idea than this and this one. Isn't it cute? I mean, at any time I can get those laces back if I change my mind and I don't like having a collection book. So I still have a lot to go through, but I wanted to show you. And now if you want to see how I'm stitching a lace to my pages, just stay here. So I did a thread with a knot, and we want to hide the knot, so I'm gonna start at the end like that, and I'll just do a little loop. The thread is the same color than the lace, so you barely see it. Otherwise you would really make sure you don't see the thread. And I'm going back up. It's the easiest way to start. Then I place my lace as I want it. So I'm going to place it something like that. And then I'm going to take my page. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see. All right. So I'm holding the paper, the page. Oh, just one of the two. See, you have to watch yourself. Okay, and I'm gonna go through the paper, and because it's coffee stain paper, not a cardstock, it's really easy. And I'm gonna come back, and I don't really care if it's aligned or not on the other side, so I'll just go through 2 times. Okay, so it ended up with like an X, but it doesn't, I don't really care about that. Then I'm gonna go between the paper and the lace with the needle. And you just need to be careful that you don't create kind of a loose thread. And now I want to move to, because this one is kind of curvy a little bit, I'm gonna stitch it to 4 spots, hoping I can control the wave. So I need to move up to this one, for example. So I'm gonna come here, and maybe half of it, I'll just secure my thread by just a little stitch like that, just so the thread follows the lace with the good tension. And then I'm gonna go back up where I want. So my thread is kind of hiding here. Do you see it? Just make sure it's the good tension. Now I'm ready to secure that. So I'm gonna place it correctly through my paper, and I'm gonna go to the other side of the paper, and I'll come back. Make sure I have the good tension. Now I'm gonna come back again, and I'm gonna move between the lace and the paper and the page. Now again, I'm gonna travel through the back of the lace, just a little stitch like that, and then I'm gonna come out at the next spot I want to do the stitching. So this will be about this. So I'm gonna grab the paper and then I go through the page with the needle. And I come back. Again. And I come back. And I put the thread between the page and the lace. And you go like that. So I hope my instructions are clear enough, but this will go like that till the end, and you can secure as much as you want. And I guess on the other side, I might have an idea because there's another kit that I'm working on with different labels, but they're not really labels, they're bigger pieces, so I might come up with something. But for now, this is what I've been doing with my lace collection book. Isn't it pretty? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless you.